interested in it because they have people coming and speaking, and they take you on little trips. And my husband died 3 years ago, so I'm so lonely. It's lovely to have somebody to come and talk to people, have a cup of tea and cake.
We know from the things that we see in the press that dementia, Alzheimer's, isolation, loneliness are big issues of our time. And as a generation,
I came because one of the helpers invited me to community lunch, and then from community lunch and I heard about the Evergreen from Francis, and so I've continued to come and enjoyed it ever since.
Thank you for being a friend. And she has told me things that she said, I've never told anybody that. And that was a real privilege to be in that position.
Sunday at 3.
I like the fellowship, the chance to sing the old hymns, and the speakers, but I would much prefer to have some new hymns.
Wow.
I feel that today's society disregards older people and doesn't really look after them well enough. And I feel that as a church, we should be setting an example in how we care for our elderly folk who have so much to offer us from their lives and the wisdom and experiences.
One Christmas we were stood up singing in a particular carol. There's one lady that's really disruptive, and she stood up, she wandered over, put her arm around Doreen's waist and just stood and sang with her. And it was just heart-stopping, really.
and in my mind there's a great opportunity for the church not only to help people physically and emotionally, but to add the spiritual dimension to
They
that.
start perking up, and one lady, she was always sort of drooped down like this, and we started singing All Things Bright and Beautiful, and to start with, as soon as the chorus came in, up her head would come and she'd be singing away.
Right.
And then when the verse, she went back down again, and then chorus, back up again, and it's just so wonderful to see that touching their spirit really and their mind.
Well, because I think they can't get to church, and I think it's important that we bring church to them.
As we had a couple of meetings, and as we went on, we realised that perhaps we weren't going to be a missional community, but we were more of an umbrella group because of all the different spokes, if you like, of what people were already doing in the church. But what it has done is bring us together as a sort of team of people who are involved and who have a heart for the older people.
For once in my life I'm not asking or appealing to people for money. Actually, I think the job could be done by people being prepared to give up a little bit of their time.
I never thought I would get involved in older people's work. It was not something on my heart. God gently led me into it. I think all the groups are looking for helpers. One of the main things has always been transport, getting people to meetings. We have a great response from people in the church, but we'd like to sort of outreach further. But also help us to come along and talk, certainly at Evergreens and Luncheon Club, to come and talk to the people who come.
I could be handy mending a fuse when your lights have gone. You can knit a sweater by the fireside. Sunday mornings go for a ride. Doing a garden, digging the weeds. Who could
as well, because our old folk, they are wonderful. They have such stories to tell, and some of them are real characters. And